Hi guys, it's Shabazz Khan from Solutions. As you already know who I am. Today we have one of our lovely guests, Monaiza Azam. She is from Pakistan, Islamabad, and today she'll be talking about how business managers and business owners are seeking branding, the power of branding in order to create strong positions in front of their customers, in front of their ideals. So let's just have a brief look at Monaiza's background. She is owner for Armia, which is a Pakistani-based IT company. And before this, she was working at the corporate sector, which are quite big firms. For instance, she was working at CITI, she was working at 18. She has a little experience in Evari Hotels as well, which is based in Lahore, right? It's in Lahore, right, Munazza?
Karachi.
Karachi, sorry, my bad. So she has really extensive background in, probably branding, marketing, and, developing businesses. So let's hear from Monaiza what she has to say and what her output is about business owners and how they can make their own brands, personal brands. So I'm really looking forward to this session with Monaiza. So over to you, Monaiza.
Thank you so much, Shazib, for inviting me. Sorry?
Shahbaz. It's okay.
Sorry. Okay, sorry.
Ooh,
So, Shabazz, it's glad to be here and to add my overview about the branding. And I would like to say like how I build my business. It's like I relate my story with the people. Armia is one of the digital enablement platform where we are teaching how they can create a content, how they can brand themselves out, and it's moreover creating a relationship with the people through their content, through their sales tactics, through their sales operations, and we teach indirect and direct approach. So before that, we'll be working with the event management company, and that game is more of people management. So we were good at it pretty well. So in 2020, we started Armia, and now we are catering Netherlands, we are catering Canada, we are catering Bangladesh. So this is somehow we are working.
And that's really impressive, Monaiza. I mean, Monaiza, you talked about, you have been working event management as well. So do you think people still believe in, when they're creating a strong brand in front of their consumers, in front of their buyers, do they still have the potential to see the same power when it comes about, managing the events?
Yes, I think it's event management is a very powerful tool to network yourself by giving them services as well. So it is really, if you have a startup, for example, it's people make it a brand. You don't make it a brand. People use it. People talk to you. They connect with you. You give them your experience on their portal, and these your clients actually make it a brand. They brand it out. You don't brand your brand out actually. You are just there to provide the services. And in events, it is very focal thing, and one of the very primary thing is to communicate. A good communication, a direct communication, how you manage your client, how you negotiate, because it's like you are communicating multiple people. You have your vendor, you have your team, you have your client, which is the head of everything, and all that moment and day is on your stake. So it's one of the very hardest task to complete. Actually, it's one of the very stressful job, I would say, and many event planners would relate with me and agree with me, because in the end you need to give your 100% by satisfying them, by telling them this is your principle, this is your integrity, and through the integrity of your company, that's how you create the brand.
Oh, that's impressive. I mean, Maneza, many people still in Pakistan, they look up to, going to the cheapest vendor or cheapest supplier instead of going to one of the most strongest brand. Why is it? Is it because of a strong brand might charge you a little bit more, or the small brand is going to charge you a little cheap? So is it still the same in Pakistan as well?
Yes, it is. And I would say everyone is pretty much, they know everything in Pakistan, and everybody in Pakistan, especially, people want to do things by themselves. So they want to involve in the process. And there are certain there are certain people, there are types of clients that we cater to. Like somebody wants a good work with the lowest cost. Somebody wants a lowest work with a good cost. And sometimes clients do ask what type of vendors are we doing. They do want to connect with the vendors as well. And we can't stop them. We always tell them that this is our team. We always tell them, if you give us everything, if you trust us, it's all about trust. If you trust us, let us handle everything. And yes, we have to see what prices are going through, what GDPs that we are lying with, because most of the stuff in design part, it gets exported and imported to us. So we need to see what is available that time, and everything pertains on a very right pricing. So pricing is one of the very component that you close the deal, you leave the deal. Then you have to see what type of client you are dealing with. We make sure that we do a quality work, and if client is asking, they are going lower to the pricing, which we can't accommodate. So we always say no, we regret that. But we always see that we have to maintain as a company, as a brand, we have to maintain the niche, we have to maintain the quality.
So, Manasa, it means if you're maintaining the cause, it means that you're taking the risk on your own shoulders, right? So don't you think it's quite hectic for the event management company or the company that is trying to pursue that thing in front of the consumer who already think that a brand is such a big thing in front of their eyes? I mean, you're at the end of the day, you're risking at your own shoulders, isn't it? By working on the prices and the quality as well.
Could you just repeat that? Your voice was.
I mean, you said that you have to maintain the prices, right? That's right. So it means that you're at this time you're taking the risk on your own shoulders instead of telling the consumer that okay, this price has to be done at this quality and etc. etc. So don't you think it's a big risk for the event management company just to fulfill the trust that the brand has promised to provide to the consumer?
I believe being authentic with the pricing, being authentic with your own principle that you have for your own self, that's how we create a good clientele accordingly. We don't want to you know keep hiding. We don't put our clients in the gray shades. So a good company always communicate the right thing to the client. We always communicate, this is what the cost is going out, this is what the PR fee is going to be, because we are living in a fluctuated economy and we have to match our pricing, our livelihoods. It's not just me. Sometimes you also have to explain them. It's not just me who have to earn everything, because we are only charging 15% of the event management profit. So there are lives behind. It's a chain that we have. We have entire team to feed with. They have, and that vendor, one vendor having 5 people coming on board to just manage your one thing, and we are creating something from the scratch. So that's how it's. Sometimes we have to take our client through the process, visually, imaginary, that see this is what we have to do, this is what the entire process, so that they can relate and they could understand that yes, we are telling the right thing. And there are some clients as well who are very much okay, they trust us and they say, okay, fine, that's your thing, that's just tell us what time you're going to do it, how much you're going to charge, what will be the theme and everything, what are the aesthetics you're going to use. So that niche is 10% in Pakistan.
So Manasa, there's a big dilemma when people think that they have to find a specific niche, right? Is it still the part of crucial and powerful branding when we talk about the niche?
Yes, it's up to you what niche you want to cater and what target audience you want to target, because you create your niche yourself. Like when I started my business, I started with zero capital, but I knew it for a fact that my client should be somebody who other people know, because if other people are knowing them, then they're going to know me. And if, for example, if we are doing how I brand myself, I'm going to speak in event management. I use it very smartly. I knew it. I'm good at communication. I knew it that I can host. I've been writing content for big brands. I was doing voiceover. I used to write scripts. I used to make a storyboard for other companies. So what I do whenever there is a corporate event, I always take a charge of being a host of that event. So when I was communicating, it means like I am not communicating yes, I'm doing that job, that I'm being a host, but I was targeting their guests. I want them to know me. So that there are some, smart things that's how you can build your own self through the process. And it's a never ending story. You need to make target for your business, in which month, how much revenue you would want to go with, in which month, what type of a niche again.
So, yes, Monaiza, you're talking about, about the trust with the consumer you have while building a brand.
Yeah. So that's how I was just connecting with my topic, that how we can brand ourselves through working for other clients, and within that event, how you can market yourself. Because after every event, we make sure we are staying there, and when we are communicating with their guests and understanding and sharing our cards as well, because our clients even understanding, it's all about marketing. If the client is always happy, touch wood, they are always happy and having a great experience with us, they allow us to share our experience, our profiles with their clients. And sometimes that what happens is, clients usually, their guests usually come and talk to us who have done this, we like it and stuff like that.
No, that's impressive, but still, Monaiza, tell me about, what are your thoughts on branding? You have your own brand, right? I mean, what are those, if you have to, establish a new brand, let's say in a European region, right? They have the
Mhm.
people living in Europe, they have different thoughts, different personas, different beliefs and perceptions. So what are the few factors that you're going to enlighten upon to establish your brand in the European Union?
I would specify this to without any boundary or the borders. I would say branding, it's not about the symbol of your logo. That comes later. What is more primary, that you are sharing your internal authentic self to the marketplace, that we are subconsciously a character within ourselves, and we want to show it to people, we want to communicate to people. So we always make that sort of a thing, that sort of a product and services, which we can show to people and they can connect with us. And then the secondary part comes in, how we create the logo and the designing and the theme. Because if we are using color theme, every color has an authenticity, has an characteristics, and every color relates to you. Because since childhood, we have been hearing, what is your favorite color? I always say white. White is eventually not a color. It's a part of the pastel thing. So somebody likes red, they are energetic, they want to, for example, yeah. So every color has its own characteristics. You always match and put the color theme on your branding, on your system, related to the product and services that you're providing, related to how you feel about yourself. You always want to share authenticity with the marketplace. And then you create your identity with the disciplines, with the principles, with the legacy that you want to leave behind. So, for example, Armia is an Aramic word. It means a warrior, and we knew it. Everyone in business or in sales, an entrepreneur, they are the survivor. They are always on the survival. So I knew it for a fact. We've been aggressive. We have been up to our targets. There were no retreats. Nobody cares. The boss doesn't care that if you're not feeling well, if you're feeling okay, you have to meet your target, and sales is all about it. So when I made Armia, I put my inner self, how I started my journey in corporate world, how I built my business. I wanted my identity out in the market, and then I gave it a warrior, because in corporate, we all in sales, we all are warriors. So this is what the entire concept is behind, Armia. And that's how I'm teaching. My content is very blunt. And I knew it that after pandemic, content became as one of the selling key. You need to hit the right mindset. You need to hit the right soul. You need to capture the right spirit, even somebody is watching. So, and you always catch someone mentally, physically by telling the truth. So if
Mhm.
you're telling the truth with the client, they always understand, they will listen to you. You need to be very precise. You need to leave the mystery behind. That's what most of the women do. So we use such tactics in it.
Great, that's really impressive. Monaiza, I mean, you have a strong brand for yourself. You create a strong brand for your company, company's clients. You create a strong brand for for the people who care about you. And what are the 7 factors or any number of factors that you always seek to have in a brand? Either it's for your own personal brand, either it's for your customer's brand. What are the key factors that you always have, given a thought about?
7 key factors for the procedure you're talking
Any,
about.
it could be any. If you think you have 7 factors or 2 factors or 3 factors, what are the factors that you think every brand that you have created, they consist of those factors?
You need to communicate because branding is all about communicating and showcasing. So you need to communicate authenticity. One, second, discipline. You need to be certain. Third, fourth, you need to understand your target audience. Fifth, you need to create that network where people would want to come to find their solutions. Sixth is you need to know how good you are at people management. You need to learn the art of people management. And the seventh, be there to listen to them, because when you listen to people, you will be, it's more easier, for your listening is a path of success. Like if you listen to your client, you will get where you are. So these are the 7 factors like I am following in my business.
Is
And
it, do
eight,
you,
I do want to add eight as well. Be honest with yourself. Don't put yourself in secondary phase, because don't just say yes to everything to the client, because you need to see yourself. You have team to feed, and you have to create your own culture. So, and you need, for that you need a cash flow. You need a money. So make sure that if do it what is right for your business, for your right, for your revenue, for which is right for other someone else. Because if you're getting paid good, you'll be able to give the best service to your client.
great. Okay, so Minaza, I mean, just one last question that can I hit you with. And what's that one favorite goal that has always been with you and you have always stood by it, no matter what happens, no matter how much you were failing, how much you were progressing, but that one goal has always, has been stuck up to the roots. I mean, you have never let it go. What's that one favorite thing, and why did you do it just to create a strong brand?
There are two pillars that I'm pretty much stick with. One, that I communicate what I feel about it. I will not hide it. If I want to say something, I say it bluntly. If that maybe that will hit someone badly, maybe that somebody is not happy, somebody likes it, that I call it being honest within myself. And that linked to the confidence that gives me a confidence to move forward. And the third is second pillar is no attachment. You don't need to attach with your one project. In business, you should be keep on moving, whatever you want to do. So that both of these things, link to the confidence. And if you have confidence, you can do anything. I know my journey was pretty much, I was not having zero money. I was not having a penny to start my business, but I was so stick with myself and authenticity that I knew it, that I can do it. And that was the only thing I was having that time is confidence. People used to laugh at me, you can't make it. And within 6 months, I made my very first big client on board, and I earned 1 million out of it. It's just one shot. So you have to be determined about it.
That's really impressive, Monaiza. Really impressive. Really. nice talking to you, sharing and getting in-depth analysis for your business about your skill sets and how you have shown how important is a brand for any business owner in order to get deep inside to the consumer's mind. You showed how important the 7 P's of a branding is and how technically you are working with it. So Manasa, would you like to add anything else to the talk or any point that you have still left in the brain?
I would conclude this with two things. Learn about direct and indirect approach in branding. Direct approach is going to the networking events, talking to people, making them random calls. If you feel like somebody is looking good, even if you're mall or walking or somewhere, you have to be a good marketer. Talk to them, go reach out to them. I do that. If I like somebody, I go out and talk to them. And that's how it's just an opportunity to create my card. I always tell them, you can Google me, you can just write my name and I'll be there. Keep on working on your analysis, how people respond to you, because people always respond to you nicely. Nobody is going to be rude to you. It's just 0%, you'll find somebody like this. The indirect approach is giving the right information on social media. Be very precise about your branding, be very precise about your service and product, and create your future persona through digital marketing. Because for future on digital marketing, you are creating your future. That's what I would say. That's an indirect marketing that we are doing with people.
So do you think direct marketing has far more better impact, than using crappy ads over the socials or trying to sell it over the Google ads, so you believe that direct marketing is better than the rest of the advertisements, in short?
Both significantly having a very strong entity within themselves. So just understand both pillars and just blend it and balance it if you are moving forward.
Okay, great. That is so much knowledge for one person to bear in. So I hope so. Any message for the viewers about your social or how they can reach out to you? What's your easy to reach out to you source so that they can reach out to you?
We are having weekly sessions on Clubhouse as well. We are very much prominent. You guys can get a cheat sheet on from our every session out there. And the second thing is connect me on Instagram with Ermia or Maiza. Is just write my name. I'll be there. If you guys cannot find me on Clubhouse or LinkedIn, just Google my name. I'll be there. So I'll just pop out there.
Now that's a huge honor for people to find you out. That's a strong power of SEO that you have. So I don't believe that you need to have any other part to connect with. So that's really impressive, Monaiza. That's really impressive. So thank you, Monaiza. It was an honor to have you at the show, and your expertise and your knowledge with the consumers, with the right audience. They're going to be really helpful when they see the show. So thank you, Monaiza. Thank you so much. The snippet will be out in like next 48 hours, and then we can share it as well.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Monaiza. Thank you so much.